As the director of the Governor Dayton's Children's Cabinet, Melvin was the state's top policy person in early childhood issues for years, and he was a major leader in the early childhood learning community. And because of this background, Mayor Carter understands the terrible impact that trauma has on children's brain development, particularly in the first 2 years of life. And that's important for our mission because supporting early childhood development has become a major area of advocacy for St. Paul.
One of the interesting things, you mentioned child trauma, and that's a significant thing. Because research shows that the experiences that children experience in the first few years of their life create a momentum for that child's life that more likely than not is going to continue throughout the rest of that child's life, for better or for worse. And we've identified things like that are childhood trauma. Things like a child, in a family where there's, chemical or mental health issues. Things like a child who is in a family where there's housing insecurity or poverty. Things like abuse and those types of things being childhood trauma. But what excites me about that is the scientists talk about two types of trauma. They talk about stress. They talk about sort of toxic stress, right? This stress that takes the child and impairs their future, right? And then they talk about what's the term? I can't remember the term, but the difference between toxic stress and this other kind of stress that sort of shapes you and prepares you for the future, right? And the difference, and this excites me, the difference is the adults around the child. The difference is the type of supports that child can have. Those same type of experiences can either cripple us for the future or prepare us for the future based on our ability to wrap our arms as a community around our children, based on our ability as a community to say, you know what, there's a supportive teacher and there's a supportive social worker and there's a supportive parents, and all I'm saying is through Safe Passage, the work that we do through this organization is about equipping ourselves as a community, equipping the adults around our children, equipping ourselves to take that toxic stress, right, and surround it with the type of supports and the type of community-based love that can turn that into something that is preparing our children really, really well for the future.